All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. And we're going to go right into the lesson. This is Genesis 27 and 40. We'll start at verse 37. And this is when, after Isaac gave a blessing to Jacob, the firstborn blessing, thinking that he was Esau. You understand that was a situation all predestined and preordained by the Lord, and it's a very spiritual thing. Jacob was destined to get the first son blessing already. And the way the Most High works, He does everything with a controversy, with drama. The elders and apostles, they said that word God goes into the word theos, which goes into theater or theatrics. So there's always high drama, there's always a high controversy in the way the Most High does things. You got to understand that this is the Lord's moving. There's high level of theatrics and drama and plot twists and so on and so forth, like you would have in a movie. And here the account of the blessing of Jacob and Esau. That's what you call a plot twist. That's what you call you think something's gonna go one way. If this was a movie, this will be like a plot twist type deal. This will be a part of the movie that gets very interesting because you want to see why that happened and what happened next. Let's go ahead and get this. This is Genesis 27 and 37. It says, "And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord," that him, speaking of Jacob. Let's get that right there, the Lord, master. Because ultimately we will be the masters of the Edomites. They will be slaves unto us for 1,000-year period. And then there will be a race as a people. And also, King David held the Edomites in slavery as well, as a precursor to that. It says, "And all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained them. And what shall I do unto thee, my son?" Let's get the word corn, grain, and wine. So he's gonna be provided for, man. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Because, if you read the story of Esau and Jacob, Esau sold his birthright to Jacob for a parcel of food. And he never intended to do good or keep that agreement. He was just trying to connive, being the liar that he is, trying to get something. He's going to retract himself from later on, because that's why the scripture says about the wicked, or Esau, Edom, that his mouth is full of cursing and lies. It says, and Esau said to his father, Thou but one blessing, my father, bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. This goes back to the spirit of Cain. Cain said that my punishment is greater than I can bear. Basically, Esau's spirit is that of one that does not want to pay for the consequences of his actions. He wants to get away scot-free. He wants to escape his judgments. That's why he's called the vagabond and the fugitive. Fugitive is constantly dodging, consequences for his actions. And that's what Esau Edom is. He's the fugitive of the earth. He knows that he did wrong towards the sons of Israel, the so-called Black Latino Native American, and he's trying to set himself up in a situation where he'd have to pay for those crimes against what they call it, crimes against humanity. And he does that throughout all the earth, man. You know, he goes to these different countries and he commits atrocities, and he doesn't want to pay for none of it. He doesn't want to be charged for none of it. So that's the same spirit that Esau has. He has the spirit of Cain, which is the spirit of not paying for its consequences, or not making good on his commitments. You know, he is the breaker of treaties. All you gotta do is the so-called Native American. You understand? There's hundreds and hundreds of treaties that he made with the so-called Native American, which is the tribe of Gad, and he honored not one of them. Also, he did that with the tribe of Issachar. You know, in the Americas, here in the Americas, right there in the Southwest. He didn't honor those treaties also, because he is a father of lies. He's a smooth tongue, forked tongue. The Native Americans call him a forked tongue man. You know, and it's rightly so, because basically with the blessings we're going to read about, he was given the talent and the motivation in the spirit to act and move just like that. It says, "And Isaac his father answered, said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live." And that's a key part right there that identifies Esau, so-called white man, as Esau, Edom. And by thy sword shalt thou live. The fatness of the earth, and the sword, and by the sword thou shalt live. Basically, it's saying that the Edomite, they're going to gain power, which is the fatness of the earth, through violence, which is living by the sword. And shall serve thy brother, and shall come to pass that thou shalt have when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Because right now Esau, Edom, is in power, man. You know, that's the fatness of the earth. To have power, to have fatness of the earth, man. Let's get that word fatness. Fertile, robust, fatness, fat piece, stout, vigorous, fatness, which you prepare food. You know, roughly, it basically talking about wealth, power, because power is wealth, and wealth is power. And verse 41, Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing where his father blessed him. Esau said in his heart, the days of my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. You know, so Esau hated Jacob. Understand that. That's one of the things you got to understand about this particular verse right here. Esau hated Jacob. You know, and that continues on to this day. That's a perpetual hatred that the Bible talks about. Let's go ahead and get that. So we're going to get this in context. Ezekiel 35 and 2, it says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. So this is who he's speaking to, Mount Seir. Now let's get that word Seir. That's rough mountain of Idumea, and of the Aboriginal occupants of one of Palestine. So the key word is Idumea. Idumea is another word for Edom. It says the land of Edom, the mountain range of Edom, Mount Seir. So it's speaking portray the whole rise of the inhabitants of Edom before the sons of Esau, the Edomites. So this is talking about the Edomites. This is a word against the Edomites. You know, and if you follow Great Millstone, that teaches the Great Millstone, you understand that Edomites are referring to what we call the so-called white man. Now we always got to reinforce that once again. Not every white person is white-looking person is an Edomite, but the majority of them are. You can tell that by the spirit, because basically, Esau, Edom is as a people are very conniving. They're very gluttonous. They're very wicked. They're very profane. They're very hypocritical. They're artificial people, man. They're very carnal and artificial. So let's keep on going. It says, set thou son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And say unto it, thus saith the Most High Power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. So the Lord is against Esau, Edom, man. You know, we always refer back to the scripture, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. And I will stretch out my hand against thee, judgment, and I will make thee most desolate. Let's get this key word. A desolation, a waste. So let's get the word desolate. Devastation, waste, desolation, astonishment. That's harsh judgment upon the nation of Esau, Edom. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. And the city that, one of the major cities that he's going to lay waste is America. America is considered a city, a big city. You go to the book of Revelation, it talks about, you know, we'll go ahead and get it. A city, a place guarded by Viking or watch, in the widest sense, even more of a campment or post. A city, excitement, anguish, terror, city, town, city. So America is known as a great city, you know, and that city is destined for destruction. It says that this is Revelation 14:8. And it says, and there followed the angel saying, Babylon, you know, like I said, you follow the teachings of great millstone. You understand that Babylon in this verse is referring to America. Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. You know, to follow the ways and fashions of wickedness. So let's go back to Ezekiel, the 35th chapter. It says, I will lay thy cities waste, well, speaking of America. Thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. See? So it says in Genesis that Esau hated Jacob. And this is referring to the nation of Edom. And it says that he has a perpetual hatred, and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force, the power. Now what's Esau's power? The fatness of the earth, the sword, which is violence. You know, and it's quite plain and clear and simple. All you have to do is look at the history of the so-called white man, especially here in the Americas, and you'll see how he has maintained and gained and maintained control through violence. You know, the brother at camp the other day brought up the historical fact that, you know, a lot of these Jake prosperous cities were basically destroyed and covered up with lakes. That's violence. That's a violent action right there. So through the shedding of blood of the children of Israel, Black Wall Street, you know, so on and so forth, the destruction and killing of the Native Americans, you know, the enslavement of the tribe of Judah. That's how we shed our blood, and by many other ways and means. So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and said by the force of the sword, or by the power of the sword, by the power of violence, in the time of their calamity, and our calamity is us being under curses, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Most High Power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast had hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So let's get that word out, prepare thee unto blood. This is to do, to make, produce, to deal, to act, to an effect, to prepare, to make an offering. That's a key word right there. Rock. To make an offering. Because it also says that The Most High, through Yahweh Shai, has a sacrifice in Basra, and Basra is another word for Esau, Edom, and sacrifice is another word for offering. So you can see how these scriptures connect. Let's go ahead and get that. And probably didn't spell it right. So let's get Isaiah 34 and 6. So we're just showing you how all these scriptures connect. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness. Let's get the word fat. Footnote. Overflowing. And with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Let's get that footnote. Edom. And America is the land of Idumea. America is the land where the so-called white man, even though he is the minority, he calls himself the majority, but if you really look at it, he is outnumbered by the so-called black, Latino, and Native American here. We're the ones that populate the cities. We're the ones that populate the prisons. We're the ones that populate the streets. We make things happen, man. We are servants unto him. So the scriptures speak of a sacrifice in Basra, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And once again, this is referring to destruction of America. And not only does it refer to the destruction of America, it refers to the judgment of a particular nation, that nation being Esau, Edom. So this is how we connect scriptures, precept upon precept, line upon line. So we got to understanding that Esau, Edom is the rich man. He is the man of fatness and power upon the earth. Luke 24 says, let's go ahead and get it. Luke 6:24 says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye receive your consolation. You receive your blessing already. That's Esau, Edom. Woe unto you a fool, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you laugh, now for ye shall mourn and weep. So basically, their position of power, their position of entitlement, their position of comfort, their privilege will be taken away soon and very shortly by the means of destruction. Let's get us Psalms 49. And he's not, and there's nothing that Esau Edom can do about it. Let's get Psalms 49 and verse 6. It says, they that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them by any means redeem his brother nor give to Yahweh a ransom for him. So it doesn't matter how, how much money or wealth or power that he invests in his kingdom here through the means of technology and so on and so forth. It's not going to save him from the judgment of the Most High. It's not going to be a ransom from him. And they know that. They understand that. That's why, through the use of their technology, they're trying to do away with the Most High. They're trying to do away with they're trying to escape his judgment. They're trying to set themselves up, basically a technological Tower of Babylon. because they were trying to escape a judgment. Let's get Psalm 73, I think it is. This is Psalms 73. Let's see. 3, I think. Yeah, this is Psalm 73 and 3. And if you look at this chapter, it's describing the Edomites in their position of power. It says, Psalm 73 and 1, truly Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps have well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So the wicked are the wicked are in a state of prosperity, for there are no bands. Let's get the word bands. Pain in their death, but their strength is firm. Why? Because they're put in a position of power. They are not in trouble as other men, neither they play like other men, because they receive their consolation, their prize, their kingdom, their blessing. Therefore pride compasses them about as a shame, violence covers them as a garment. The right stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart can wish. Now this is you read in context, this go to verse 3. This is speaking about the wicked. It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people are returned hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how does Yahweh know? And there is no knowledge of the Most High. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. So going back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, it speaks about the blessings of Esau having the fatness of the earth through the power of the sword. You know, and like we said, fatness of the earth can be equivalent another way saying power, because wealth and riches is power. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, you got a nice house, nice car, nice job. I'm talking about you got fucking wealth. That ain't wealth, man. That's not true wealth. You got true wealth. The Apostle Tahar said in a video a long time ago, true wealth is having servants. And that's what they have basically in the form of, you know, us being in their captivity. So they're receiving their comfort now. They're receiving their kingdom now, because that's their blessing. So now you can understand why we're in the position that we're in. That's one of the ways you can understand why in the position we're in. Because the Bible declared that Esau, Edom, our enemy, was going to have his kingdom in the temporal space, which is here right now. And we're going to have ours eternally after the Most High destroys his kingdom. So this is James 2 and 5. It says, hearken, my beloved brethren. Has not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and the heirs of the kingdom which he has promised to them that love him? But you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seat? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by which you are called? What are we called, man? We are called the sons of Israel. If ye fulfill the royal law according to Scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor and also thyself, they do well. But the point that I wanted to get was Yahweh shows them the poor of the world rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom. You know, so ultimately this is all by design. This is all, you know, for us to basically learn a lesson. You know, you can go into this, you know, many different ways. But the key thing that I wanted to get was that Esau, Edom, you know, he's in a position that he's in because that's what the Most High wants him. You know, so it's not unfair. He got his, we're gonna get ours. Which is what it comes down to. You know, and you can't understand or make, or you can't try to make sense of what the Most High does, but that's what he does. You know, so Hopefully this will edify lesson. Going through the richness and the rulership and poverty of Esau Edom. With that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Kahalal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Let's keep on pushing. Shalom.